Hey guys, it's Eric at SideQuest Comics, and today's video we have something we haven't done in a while, and today's video is going to be a dollar dive-in. As you can see behind me, I have the dollar long box up on the back table, and I figured since I haven't done it in a while, and because Black Friday sales are coming up, a lot of the stores I go to have dollar boxes out. So I'm going to be diving in those if they're out there. But before we dive into the dollar box, I want to do a little bit of updates to the channel, things that are coming up. And so I started this a couple months ago. End of the month, we have our Sunday show off. I'm going to try and put a little blurb right up here so you guys can see what's coming up. The end of the month is November. And what we like to do is just do a review, kind of just a catch up of comics we haven't shown on the channel in a video or something that we've either I try to show both new Wednesday Warrior pickups and just quested books that I found out and about digging through long boxes and back stock. But that is coming up Sunday, December 1st. So technically we're already in December, but it's going to cover November. And I have some great guests lined up for that one, some new ones that I'm excited to talk about just comics with and probably play a game with. So if you guys haven't seen, we do play a game, and then we jump to showing comics off and talking about them and stuff like that. So December 1st, Sunday, it's going to be 7 p.m. Central. So if you guys are on the East Coast, West Coast, or on the other side of the world, that way you can adjust and get ready for that. And then also, I am going to be appearing on, it's December 5th. That's a Thursday night on my buddy 22 Comics channel. He has a show on there called Collecting Uncensored, where he has guests come on and he interviews them. So he asked me to come on, be a guest. I said, sure, I love talking about comics. And it's kind of going to be a deep dive into kind of me starting collecting, what I like collecting, favorite artists, stuff like that. So make sure you guys check out 22 Comics YouTube channel on December 5th, Thursday night. I think it's going to be 8 Eastern. I could be wrong, but I am going to put up a reminder for you guys on my Instagram channel for both these things that I got coming up. So that's something to look out for from SideQuest Comics and me. I hope you guys will join me for those shows. I'm excited to do them. I love hanging out with different people in the community and talking comics. So, but let's get to this video, right? So this is a video I haven't done in a while. Like I said, I thought about it. I'm like, man, I haven't done it for a while, and I got to make some room in the long box because Black Fridays are coming up. And I think down below, I have a short box of dollar comics I got back from, I think it's Memorial Day. And I just never put them in here because a lot of them were like big runs of things like Airboy. I got a big, huge run of Airboy, I think, in a dollar bins and stuff like that. So just big stretches of different series. So I just never put them in there. I think there's a lot of independents in that I found too at that holiday. Seems like all the holidays, the stores I go to put these out. So the dollar books. But what I like to do is I go in here and I pull out some random comics and we talk about the creators and stuff like that, like usual. But I kind of want to do something a little bit different. I want to actually try to highlight why did I get this dollar book, right? I don't want you guys to think that I just grab willy-nilly comics because it's like, oh, that's let's get this one. I do get them for certain reasons, not just because they're a dollar. So I kind of want to try and highlight that amongst all the other cool factors of the comic. So let's go back here and let's pick out 3 comics. Let me take my mic with me so you guys can hear me a little bit. I'm going to put it right here. All right. So yeah, it's starting to get a little bit of room in here. I did take out a bunch. I think the last time, did I grab Darkhawk? I know I grabbed Darkhawk at one time, and I pulled out all the other ones because I'm like, well, you don't want to see Darkhawk again. So So we're going to do this one. It's kind of big, chunky boy. And then we get this one. And let's go to the back, you guys. So, okay. Flap was sticking up. That's what I grabbed it by. Okay. 3 comics, guys. 3 comics. Chuck. Put that there. And what we got. So 3 comics from the dollar long box. So what I like to do so you guys can get a good look at these is I like going table down so you get a nice big full view of the comic and you can see it in all its glory. So let's go ahead and we're going to go table down and we'll talk a little bit more about the 3 comics that I pulled. Okay, guys, let's start with the first pull from the long box, and that was this one. This is Unexpected, number 157, and this is a jumbo size, if you guys can see. Look how thick that is. 100 pages for back in the day, 60 cents. Yeah, I pay a little bit more, but, you know, still lots of stories. Now, this one, I believe that is, yeah, that's a Nick Carty cover, so that's partly why I got this. I thought it was cool cover, you know, jumped out to me. Of course, it's got the abominable snowman on it. So anytime you have a Bigfoot or, you know, that kind of cryptid on it, I'm going to grab it. But this is kind of cool. You got a T-Rex on the White House lawn chewing on a tank there. And then some creepy crawly, the Thing from Dead Letter Office. I mean, these spine-chilling suspense, you know, there's stories of spine-chilling suspense. It says plus 10 more. So there's these 3 plus 10. I got this initially because I thought the cover was cool. But yeah, if you look in this, I think this came out in the mid-70s. Let's see, 1974. But if you look at the table of contents, there's like 14 stories in here. Some of them are new, which is cool. Some of them are old. I actually want to find the issue of this one. It's kind of cool with the big black cat jumping over the building. But yeah, 14 stories. I have always liked these 70s horror stories. Mainly, I think the DC did a lot of these that were really cool, like Witching Hour and Ghost and what else did they do? Black Magic and Secrets of Haunted House or Secret. You know, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. I'm probably mixing up some of them. But yeah, 14 stories of, you know, basically horror stories. I thought that was kind of cool for $1. This is a series. I think I only have maybe one other one of that I probably got from $1 bin also. So I've been working on Ghost and Witching Hour right now. Eventually, I like to jump into this one. I know it's a fairly long series. I mean, this is 74 and they're already at 157. So it's a long series. They don't do creepy suspense comics like this anymore. I know around Halloween, Marvel, DC, and then all the independents try to, but it's a little more. They can be grotesque, or they can be more of the, I guess you call it, not monsters. That's what I like about these. They're usually monsters. They can be more about like the, I don't know, the serial killer. You know, it came since the 80s, 90s. That's kind of more or less what we get from horror. We don't get monster movies as much anymore. So I think that's why I'm drawn to this one. But yeah, that was the first pull there, Unexpected. So the second pull was this one right here. It's I'm always drawn to these movie adaptations, and this is The Dark Crystal #1 by Marvel Comics. And this came out, let's see, it came out 83 is what's on the cover there. So it's probably about the time that this movie came out by Jim Henson. And as a kid, this movie scared the crap out of me when I first saw it. I you know, watch it more, you kind of that get desensitized to that creepiness. I don't know if it's because they're puppets that it has that creepiness. I forgot what that phobia is they call, where it's almost real but not real. But Yeah, I mean, it's nostalgia. I'll admit that's why I grabbed this. I actually don't have this. I think I got a movie book of this, that picture book and stuff from back in the day. But yeah, pretty cool cover and stuff. It's kind of realistic. It's weird looking how it's fantasy, but it's like it almost still kind of looks like the puppets. I don't know. But I'll have to list the artist for this. I'll do some research and post and pop them up here. But yeah, it is kind of cool. And then you know what? As I pulled it out, because these plastic bags are so old, I got a bonus. Number 2 was stuck to it. So I don't remember if that's how I bought these, because it was stuck together. Sometimes in dollar bins you find them where they're 2 in a bag or something like that. So I got the bonus one, number 2. So I think this was only 2 issues. This I like this cover better than number 1. I think it's a little more artistic, I guess. And just flipping around, I thought that was kind of cool. I love these old ads from these comics in the 80s. I'm a child of the 80s, so. But yeah, Jedi Arena, I remember this for the Atari. Holy cow, was it? You got bored pretty quick. But yeah, so yeah, a little bit of a bonus there for Dark Crystal number 1 and 2. From the old movie, Jim Henson. I think you can still watch this on Disney Plus if you want. And I think there's a spin-off miniseries on Netflix that you can watch. I don't think it's as good as the original, but if you like this world, go check it out. Then the last one I grabbed was this one. Now I think I have almost all of this series. Weapon X came out in the early 2000s. I want to say 2001, 2002 off the top of my head. And it wasn't a very long run. It was only like 20 some issues. And this is actually volume 2, because volume 1 was in the 90s. I think it was part of the Age of Apocalypse, if I remember right. And I do have most of this series that I got out of dollar bins, guys. So they can be found. And this was number 1, all new first issue. The Hunt for Sabretooth, part 1. I don't remember how many parts this was, but this cover may look a little familiar to you guys, and that's because it is. I think I grabbed this because it is paying homage to this one. So Wolverine number 1, he's doing the whole, come here, come here, come here, I'm going to kick your butt. So I more or less, that's probably why I grabbed it. That and the fact that it's a Weapon X Wolverine world type of book, right, guys? So let me see if I can get them both on there. You can see the resemblance that way. Pretty cool art, very different, but it's always neat. I know this has been knocked off so many times, not just by Marvel, but other comic companies too. It's a pretty iconic image. So, of course, putting Wolverine's is Sabretooth considered, I guess, at this point, his arch enemy? Probably, right? I think it's perfect. So I've only read a couple of these issues. I don't know how to exactly say it. It's weird because if I remember right, Wolverine doesn't even appear in it. And it's just more about the whole Weapon X program. So there's a lot of those characters associated with it. I think Wolverine does make an appearance here or there late in the series. But I think that's why it may not have been as popular and why I found it in the dollar bins. But like I said, I got most of the run. So I am, as a run collector, I am okay with that. I got them for $1 versus what were these when they were new? Probably, it looks like $2.50 from a distance. So yeah, that's okay. I can get that for $1. So, but yeah, that was the last pick for my dollar dive-in, Weapon X number 1. And let's go ahead and we will go up and we'll take all of these and we will close out, you guys. Well, there you go. That was 3 comics from the dollar long box, random pulls and discussions of why did I grab these $3 comics. I love dollar boxes because you never know what you're going to find. A lot of stuff that I got because it'd be a good read. Sometimes I get stuff because it's nostalgia. Sometimes I get stuff just because I like the darn characters and I want to own everything that they're in. So, but those are my 3 comics pulls for this dollar diving video. You guys, if you like this video, check out some of the other dollar diving I have on the YouTube channel. And while you're there, go down below, give me a thumbs up for this video and any of the other ones that you watch. And please, if you could, consider subscribing. I'm kind of on that slow grow towards, I think this year is the 500 mark. I'm getting there. And leave a comment down below. What did you guys think of these comics? Some of them are old, some of them are 90s, 80s. So that tends to be a lot of the dollar comics I find, and sometimes you just don't find anything when you're digging and diving in those that are of any interest. But these ones, they worked out, right? So let me know down below what you guys thought of these ones. Would you guys have pulled these ones out of the dollar comics? Is $1 too much for these? Sometimes some people think so. But you know what? I can still enjoy them for $1. Even if I just read it, I'm still getting my dollar's worth, I think, out of it. So let me know down below, you guys, about that. And while you're at it, head over to Instagram. I have the Instagram account over there where I am posting quite a bit during the week. I try to do, themed postings. Like Mondays, I do Mutant Monday. Fridays, I do Friday First or First Appearance or something like that. And then, I always do like a Wednesday, What's New Wednesday pickup. So you guys can kind of see what's new, what are some of the stuff that I'm picking up that's new. But head over to Instagram, give me a like and a follow there, and enjoy some of the posts that I got going on there. But anyway, guys, that's all I got for this video for this week for you guys. It's a dollar diving day. I hope you guys enjoyed these pulls from the old long box, trying to make some room for those sales coming up. So when you're out there at your local stores for all the Black Friday sales and you're digging in the dollar bins, remember, pull the ones that look interesting to you guys. Not have fun with it, right? And happy questing, and we will see you next time, guys.